Today's topic is unit number 4. Title of unit number 4 is From Mother with Love. Today we will continue with reading from page number 40 to 41 along with glossary of the text. First year, subject English. Book for first year. Unit number 4, From Mother with Love. Page number 40. Now the things in the closet. Opening the door was almost like feeling her mother in the room beside her. A faint perfume clung to most of her garments. The house coat, the woolly robe and tan polo coat, the scarlet jacket, her new blue wool with the peg top skirt. So Minta was having a look on the garments and daily use items of her mother. She was packing it up in the boxes. So now the things in the closet, these are the things in the closet. When she opened it, it seems to her that it is a faint perfume. She smelled the faint perfume of her mother on garments. So the house coat, daily use coat, and woolly robe made of wool, a tan polo coat, an overall type of coat, a scarlet jacket, a pure red color jacket, her new blue wool with the peg tops skirt, a kind of skirt. So these were the things she just saw that it was placed in the closet. Minta started folding the things with almost frantic haste. Frantic when you do something madly. So, frantic haste, she was folding the things very madly or very hastily, just like mads. Stuffing them into boxes, cramming the lid on, keeping the lid on, and then starting on another box. At the very back of the closet were the two pieces of matched luggage that had been her mother's last birthday gifts from her father. At the back of the closet, at the back side of the closet, there were two pieces of matched means similar, same in size and color, luggage means saman, that had been her mother's last birthday gift from her father. They were heavy when she tried to move them, too heavy. They were too heavy. She brought them out into the room and put them side by side on her mother's bed. Her breath caught in her throat when she opened them. Her breath caught in her throat, उसकी सांस उसके गले में अटक गई. When she opened them, dozens and dozens of boxes, all tied with bright red ribbon. Tied means the boxes were tied up, बंधी हुई होना, red ribbons on it. The gift tags written out in her mother's careful script. Script means writing. So the gift tags means labeled, were written out in her mother's careful script, in her mother's writing. Gaily colored Christmas stickers. Gaily means bright colored Christmas stickers. Sprigs are small branches of holy tree, which they termed as holy tree, which they used to decorate in Christmas. So the sprigs means small branches of holy tree to Minta from mother and dad. These are the label which she was trying to read it. So these were the label which was written by with her mother's writing. To Grace from Mary, to John from Mary, to Kelly Gremlins from Aunt Mary, to Uncle Art from Hollis family. So these were the label, these were the tags written on the gifts which were wrapped in the red ribbon and it was placed in a box. So these were the labeled which she means Minta's mother writes with her own careful writing. So you knew, Minta whispered the words. You knew all the time. She looked down in surprise as a hot tear dropped on her hand and she dashed it away almost impatiently. So She was whispering with herself that, and seems to talk to her mother that you knew everything, you knew each and everything. And then a drop of a hot tear just fell on her hand, and she impatiently dashed it clean it. She picked up another package and read the tag: to Minta, from Mother with Love. Without opening it, she knew that it was a picture frame, and she remembered the way she had teased her mother to have a good photograph taken. So, after picking another packet, which is comprises of, she knew that in this packet there is a photo frame, and she remembered the things she used to tell to her mother, that her mother is not a good photographer. The only one I have of you looks like a fugitive from a chain gangs, she has pointed out. So she pointed her mother and teased her that I have only a photo which you have taken, and it is just like a fugitive from a chain gang. Fugitive means मफरूर, जैसे कि एक मफरूर अपने गैंग से भागा हुआ हो, मेरी तस्वीर ऐसी ली है आपने. So I can't very well go away to school next year with that. So I can't take this picture next year with me to school. She put the package back in the suitcase with all the others and carried the cases back into the closet. Poor dad, she thought. So she thought about her dad. She never knew. She could hear him saying, "Not even at last." Minta opened the box beside the bed and took out the sweater and the pale green slip. You know perfectly well that you are just exactly like me, she remembered her mother saying. So once her mother tell her that you are exactly like me, so she was remembering those words when she took out sweater and pale green slip from the box. She brushed the tears away and went down the stairs and out into the cheerless living room. Cheerless means sad. She went to the sad living room. I would like to keep these things, Dad, she said in her most matter of fact voice. So she tell to her dad with not with the words which have no feelings in it, and she showed him the sweater and slip. Slip is a little big, but I'll grow into it. It looks like her, I think. So the Minta wants to explain her dad why she is keeping these things with her, and she said that it looks like her. It looks like her mother. She went around the room, snapping on the lamps, turning on the television that had been silent for so long. So she went to the room and snapping on the lamps. So she impatiently, or you can say suddenly, on the lamps, and then turning the television on, and she broke the silence which was spreading in the room for so long. She was aware that his eyes followed her, that he could hardly avoid noticing the tears stains on her cheeks. So she was aware that his father is noticing him. I think I have an apple, she said. Want one? He nodded. Sure, bring me one as long as you are making the trip. You are making the trip as you are going to the kitchen, so bring along one apple and give it to me. It was natural. It was almost like old times. So it seems to her like old times, except that the blue chair by the fireplace was vacant. It seems to her like it was just, it is just like it was used to when her mother was alive. So she is saying that it was just like before, except the blue chair by the fireplace was vacant. Vacant means khali hona, because her mother used to sit on that blue chair mostly. She went out into the kitchen hurriedly. I'll tell him that I pestered mother to do her shopping early this year. I'll tell to my father that I pestered mother. Pestered means bother, annoy my mother to do her shopping early this year. She told herself as she got the apples from the refrigerator. I will tell him that it was my idea about the photographs. She wanted him to believe that she did not know. The vitamin pills were pushed back on a shelf. She took them out of the refrigerator and put them on the window sill. So she placed the vitamin pills in front of her to keep in mind that it is given to her. It was advised by her mother to give it to her father on daily basis, where she would be sure to see them in the morning. When she came back into the living room, she noticed that a light in a Christmas wreath was winking on and off in the Callie's window across the street. So when she come to living room, so she noticed from the window that the Callie's window, the neighbors, so there is a Christmas wreath. Wreath means it is a garland, a kind of garland. Was blinking on and off on the Callie's window. So it was a kind of decoration for Christmas on her window. I guess we should start thinking about Christmas, Dad. She tossed him an apple as she spoke, and he caught it deftly. I guess we should start thinking about Christmas, Dad. So these are the words of Minta. She tossed. Tossed means when she threw apple towards his father. She spoke and he caught it deftly, and his father caught the apple very skillfully. She hesitated for just a moment and then walked over and sat down in the blue chair by the fire. So she hesitated for a while because her mother used to sit on that blue chair or on that blue seat. So she hesitated for a while and then she sit on the blue chair by the fire, as if she belonged there, and looked across at her father and smiled. And then she looked at her father and gave him a smile. So it was all about with from mother with love. Now coming to glossary. Words meaning. Appendix. What is appendix? A tube-shaped sac attached to and opening into the lower end of the large intestine in humans and some of the mammals. In humans, the appendix is small and has no known function. It has no function up till now, but in rabbits, hares, and some other herbivores, it is involved in the digestion of cellulose. Beagle. A small hound of a breed with a short coat used for hunting hares. So it is a small hound. Blanked, deliberately ignore someone. When you deliberately ignore someone, nazarandaz kar dena, janbujhkar. Bonfire, a large open air fire used for burning rubbish. Rubbish means gandh, kooda karkat, or as part of a celebration. Cellophane, a thin transparent wrapping material made from viscose. Chowder, a rich soup typically containing fish, clams, or corn with potatoes and onions. Clams, a marine bivalve mollusks with shells of equal size. Closet, a tall cupboard or wardrobe with a door used for storage. Davenport, an ornamental writing desk with drawers, and a slooping means slanting, surface for writing. A large heavy Upholstered sofa. Upholstered means covered with fabric and cushions and springs. Deftly, in a way that is neatly skillful and quick in movement. Disposition. A person's inherent qualities of mind and character. Dormitory. A large bedroom for a number of people in school or institution, or you can say a kind of hostel room. Driftwood. Pieces of wood which are floating on the sea or have been washed ashore. Ashore means sahil par aa jana. Fugitive. A person who has escaped from captivity or is in hiding. Captivity means कैद से फरार होने वाला. Gaily. In a cheerful or light-hearted way. Gay. Light-hearted and carefree. Haltingly. Slow and hesitant, especially through lack of confidence. Faltering. Faltering means stammer when you talk with intervals. Hiccupy. Have an attack of hiccups or a single hiccup. Inconsequential. Not important or significant. Jagged. With rough, sharp points protruding. Protruding means strike out. Nightmarish, like a frightening or unpleasant dream. Pestered, trouble or annoy with frequent or persistent requests or interruptions. Poignant, evoking a keen sense of sadness or regret. Poked, prod and stir. Prod and stir. किसी चीज़ में जब आप उसको एक लकड़ी की मदद से हिलाते हैं, to burn a fire. Prod and stir a fire with a poker. Poker means it may be a kind of stick when you poke it to make it burn more fiercely. Pungent, having a sharply strong taste or smell. Quilted, joined together layers of fabric or padding with lines of stitching to form a bed covering, a warm garment, or for decorative effect. Rack, draw together with a rack or similar implement. So rack is an instrument to collect grass or dry leaves. Scatterbrained, of a person disorganized or lacking in concentration. Siamese cat, a cat of a lightly built short-haired breed characterized by slanting blue eyes and typically pale fur with darker points. Smoldered, burned slowly with smoke but no flame. Smoothing, kill someone by covering his nose and mouth so that they suffocate. Extinguish a fire by covering it. Smudged, a smoky outdoor fire that is lit to keep off insects or protect plants against frost. Snapping, break suddenly and completely, typically with a sharp cracking sound. Snug, comfortable, warm and cozy, well protected from the weather or cold. Splinters, a small, thin, sharp pieces of wood, glass or similar material broken off from a large piece. So when something is broken off from a large piece, it is termed as splinters. Spook, a ghost. Squishing, squishing, make a soft squelching sound when walk on or in. Stacks, a large quantity of something. When you stack a book or clothes, so a large quantity of something. Surmount, overcome, or difficulty or obstacle. Tucked, push, fold or turn The edges or ends of something, especially a garment or a bedclothes, so as to hide or secure them. Tumbled, rumble, disarranged. Waffles, a small crisp baker cake baked in waffle iron and eaten hot with butter or syrup. Windowsill, a ledge or sill forming the bottom part of window. Now coming to activity, your activity is that you have to learn glossary. Thank you.